Hey guys, and welcome back to another video here. I came with a new idea, which is about making Fnaf 1 Freddy into Minecraft style, especially in ZAMination style in Freddy. So let's go. We are on the beginning. These are the images that I found on the internet. Few of them were from fandom and DeviantArt. On the other hand, here are ZAMination Freddy images that I downloaded to make the character pose. I began to use my pen tool and drawing a few drawings to begin my work on it. I was confused between Fnaf 1 Freddy images. What's the best texture for the designing? All of these questions made me be on the brain. The head was 85 to be finished, but I need the nose for the Freddy, yes, the nose. I used this part of Freddy, and I was needed to make it in Minecraft style. I carried out my mission in taking the jaw and put it in suitable position and make it in Minecraft style. And the eye, in my opinion, the eyes were problem. I should make them in the suitable position and make it in convenient shape. And this will affect the eye appearance. The head ears weren't difficult. I finished one and made a copy of it for another ear, and filling the ears drawings with Fnaf 1 Freddy texture. And now there are two only things to finish this head. These were the hat. The hat wasn't confusing me because I brought one from Freddy image, but the eyes were a little bit confusing and maybe difficult because I was trying to make convenient eye for the head where the viewers see the designing, don't feel that the head isn't suitable with the eyes. Firstly, I tried the first method, which is named Bring Your Photos. It didn't work well as I thought, so the only method that will work well while I was designing and thinking about it is to draw the eyes, with the help of the ZAMination Freddy eyes. I drew the eyes and used my brushes and focusing on the purple color and make shadows and lights for the eyes, and I finished one, so I made a copy of it for the other. Are these anime eyes? We came back, guys, and we entered in a new stage of designing. That's the arms of Freddy. I began to make the drawings for the arms, and I used my pen tool to make the shapes, and I was hurry because I wanted to finish the upper character as well to save a much good time for the legs. I was cautious and very careful about the small details cause the upper character is the first spot, and I made him as the interface of a game. Interface of a game affects strongly on the player. The player would have an attitude for the game. So I applied this method to make the upper character good as well. Once I finished my applying textures to the arms, I began to bring a suitable and convenient texture for the robotic arms. These would affect better and gives an impressive view and influential appearance. I used my selection tool to make my changes only to these robotic arms and brought my brush to apply these. I used curves and levels to make the robotic arms look better and beautiful for the player's opinion and seeing. I tried every way to make these in the good way I do want. I used the color balance hoping to make a better change, but the only tool which would help me a lot is this effective tool. Here guys, and we are in the last part of the video, so these few parts and few details and also few edits are very necessary. These will include from which the design will be. I tried my best to make the best part of this animatronic, and we are in the legs part. I also use as usual the pen tool to draw the legs and put the texture on it. I was so careful in using the pen tool. Once I finished a part, I was involved in another part. This leg which I'm working on is very necessary cause this part is in front of the virtual lights, and behind this leg is the leg which takes virtual shadows and a little bit of lights. I finish the texture and begin to put my creativity fingerprint on each of the robotic legs and the legs themselves. I was so careful on the shadows and lights and the details. These are the most important spot on the designing. I made a few details on the head. In the final last part before using the tool of making the effects, I was so confused and so cautious and so thinking about what I can do. And I had got an idea what about making the Minecraft details on the designing. What I do mean is these details which they are shown in the video. These details, in my opinion, are so important. In my opinion, it does make a good sense and good attitude of the designing. The viewer, once they saw the designing, they would look on this effect which affects strongly and influentially. So I was cautious about that. I divided this mission in a few parts, the light parts and shadow part and etc. etc. And finally I finished this huge and massive part. And I went in the finally tool I may use is this tool. I made few details to make the designing smooth and a little bit sharpen and make the details more strong and very shown up. I had enthusiasm to make the design more effective and influential and more powerful to be seen. I used so many effects to make one change to turn it into another change and so on to make the best change. I would like to make an impressive change. And in the last I used the curves tool and the levels tool. If you liked my design, you can see in my Reddit account and GameJolt account. And if you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe and see you next time. Bye-bye.